Hello, everyone. Good to be with you again. Listen, once again, I'm going to compare China and India. As economists, we know that in economic terms, China is about 5 times larger than us. In GDP terms, it's 5 times larger than India. But people don't trust the GDP. And they say, listen, what does it all mean? We are doing fine. We are going ahead. Well, we are, but we are still way, way behind China. I've already told you in previous videos that China is ahead of us in planes. We are buying Airbus planes. China is making Airbus planes. We are getting now semi high speed trains. China already has high speed trains. And we talk about batteries, and there are indeed good people, qualified people trying to make better batteries. But China is ahead, almost the world leader in batteries. So that's the situation today, that China is ahead of us in technology. Okay, so what? Well, if you say so what, let me tell you something that is even more frightening. China is ahead of us in education. Seriously, let's look at higher education. We are proud of our higher institutes of learning, such as IIT, and indeed they are very good. There's no question about it. The students coming out of there are very good, but the institutions are not world class. Whenever we see an international ranking, the IITs are nowhere in the picture. In contrast, China has two universities that are almost always there in the top 30. In the top 30, they have two universities. We have none, even in the top 100. Of course, we say, oh, these international comparisons, they don't make any sense. They don't understand India. They're against India. Well, okay, you can think like that, and it's your belief. But why are those indices biased in favor of China? Do the people making them love China so much that they give high grades to China and low grades to India? I don't think so. The reality is that our IITs take in very bright students, turn out very bright students, but don't add enough value in between. In other words, you take in top students, you churn out top students, but what they learn in those IITs, what they get there, is not world class. Simple. The faculty are not world class, the research facilities are not world class. So you have good students coming in and good students going out, but not enough value added. Okay, you can contest that as much as you like, and there will always be debates about it, so let me leave that. Now look at school education. The World Bank has an index called Human Capital Index. This is a measurement of how well we are preparing our young people for the future in terms of health and education. Once again, China is way ahead on this index than India. And again, you can say, well, the index is flawed, the data are wrong, and it's not really reflective of the Indian reality. Well, the thing is that all indices are methodologically flawed. All indices have poor data. It's always the case that you can find flaws. There's no index that is without flaws of methodology or data. But the Indian reality is that the high school education, elementary school education is pathetic. Not for everybody, but for a large number of people. I work with an NGO as a mentor to low income students, highly motivated, hardworking students who are now finishing high school or in college. And they learned very little. Nothing by the rote method, nothing by the thinking method. They just pass through. They know some things, but hardly enough to make them suitable as productive people. Now they are trying very hard and they are being helped. But the education system, I'm sorry, it didn't do a good job for them. And there are plenty of them. This agency now has 50,000 students at a time. So you can see what the situation is. So, to repeat, in short, India is way behind China today in terms of manufacturing and way behind China in terms of education, so that our future is also not so clear as to how we will get ahead of China. And it's a clear message from me to you. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Think China, not Pakistan. Think China, not Pakistan. Think China, not Pakistan. Unless we decide that we are going to catch up with China, we are going to be in trouble with China for years to come. That's it for this video. I'll see you next time. Till then, bye.